Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is as it is, and why it exists at all. Life would be tragic if it weren't funny. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Quiet people have the loudest minds. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. People who boast about their IQ are losers. Black holes ain't as black as they are painted. They are not the eternal prisons they were once thought. Things can get out of a black hole, both on the outside and possibly to another universe. I have noticed that even people who claim everything is predetermined and that we can do nothing to change it, look before they cross the road. It is no good getting furious if you get stuck. What I do is keep thinking about the problem, but work on something else. Science is not only a disciple of reason, but also one of romance and passion. My expectations were reduced to zero when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus. The universe doesn't allow perfection. There should be no boundaries to human endeavor. We are all different. However bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. While there's life, there is hope. Not only does God play dice, but He sometimes throws them where they cannot be seen. I regard the brain as a computer which will stop working when its components fail. There is no heaven or afterlife for broken down computers. That is a fairy story for people afraid of the dark. Look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. It matters if you just don't give up. Success in creating AI would be the biggest event in human history. Unfortunately, it might also be the last unless we learn how to avoid the risks. There is no unique picture of reality. We are all now connected by the internet, like neurons in a giant brain. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. We are in danger of destroying ourselves by our greed and stupidity. We cannot remain looking inwards at ourselves on a small and increasingly polluted and overcrowded planet. If the rate of expansion 1 second after the Big Bang had been smaller by even 1 part in 100,000 million, it would have recollapsed before it reached its present size. On the other hand, if it had been greater by a part in 1,000,000, the universe would have expanded too rapidly for stars and planets to form. Women, they are a complete mystery. When one's expectations are reduced to zero, one really appreciates everything one does have. With genetic engineering, we will be able to increase the complexity of our DNA and improve the human race. But it will be a slow process because one will have to wait about 18 years to see the effect of changes to the genetic code. I wouldn't be here today if it were not for the NHS. I have received a large amount of high-quality treatment, without which I would not have survived. Life on Earth is at the ever-increasing risk of being wiped out by a disaster, such as sudden global nuclear war, a genetically engineered virus, or other dangers we have not yet thought of. Time travel used to be thought of as just science fiction, but Einstein's general theory of relativity allows for the possibility that we could warp space-time so much that you could go off in a rocket and return before you set out. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. People won't have time for you if you are always angry or complaining. I have noticed even people who claim everything is predestined and that we can do nothing to change it, look before they cross the road. I believe alien life is quite common in the universe, although intelligent life is less so. Some say it has yet to appear on planet Earth. Science is beautiful when it makes simple explanations of phenomena or connections between different observations. Examples include the double helix in biology and the fundamental equations of physics. I am just a child who has never grown up. I still keep asking these how and why questions. Occasionally, I find an answer. I would like nuclear fusion to become a practical power source. It would provide an inexhaustible supply of energy without pollution or global warming. I believe things cannot make themselves impossible. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm in no hurry to die. I have so much I want to do first. My advice to other disabled people would be, concentrate on things your disability doesn't prevent you doing well, and don't regret the things it interferes with. Don't be disabled in spirit as well as physically. Nothing cannot exist forever. We are all different. There is no such thing as a standard or run-of-the-mill human being, but we share the same human spirit. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is as it is, and why it exists at all. There could be shadow galaxies, shadow stars, and even shadow people. Scientists have become the bearers of the torch of discovery in our quest for knowledge. Imaginary time is a new dimension at right angles to ordinary real time. I think the brain is essentially a computer, and consciousness is like a computer program. It will cease to run when the computer is turned off. Theoretically, it could be recreated on a neural network, but that would be very difficult, as it would require all one's memories. One can't predict the weather more than a few days in advance. Most sets of values would give rise to universes that, although they might be very beautiful, would contain no one able to wonder at that beauty. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life might develop into something we wouldn't want to meet. The above are the life wisdom quotes for this episode. Which quote is your favorite? Please leave a comment to tell us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.